homosexuals.
Yeah?
Continue to educate us, Danny.
Okay, so what I know about gay people so far is that they're people that like the same gender as them.
That's right.
They might be a lion.
A lion loves a good bugger, from what I've heard.
Lions don't love buggers.
What's a bugger?
Yeah, Danny.
Okay, so you've got two, right. The sexual act.
Yes.
Now...
This is going to be like that time we talked about expressing anal
It's going to be like
glands.
Les Dennis and extras. Right, well, men have got, obviously, a stick.
Right.
And women have got a hole.
Right. This
So,
is making me uncomfortable.
This is very
it
natural.
It wasn't Les Dennis, it was Keith Chegwin.
It was Keith
This is
Chegwin,
making me
sorry.
uncomfortable.
Knob, pop in the fanny. Something like that.
That's right.
Knob in the fanny.
Pop, knob in the fanny. But,
Hang on.
yeah,
I've just worked out for myself how that could work.
yeah.
You don't need to tell me.
Okay, that's good.
I've used my initiative.
Yeah.
Well, a bugger
Yeah.
is a derogatory term for, it's a derogatory term for the act of sodomization.
Where does that term come from? Sodomization.
From a Greek man named Sodom.
Really?
No, I don't know.
You don't know where that
No.
term comes from?
No.
Oh.
I think maybe we're picking the wrong tool for our education, Tom.
I think we might be. I think maybe we should just go out on the town and visit some nightclubs.
Okay, well, basically, if you think of
Maybe
if
Ben
you think of the
Johnny's, that
normal
might help.
sexual act done with the stick in the hole.
Hey! I've already worked
Yeah,
that
I was
out.
about
I
to
don't
say,
need to
you
hear you
don't
talking
need
Okay,
about
but
it.
I'm saying the act of sodomization is around the other way.
Yeah.
You do use the stick, but there's another
I've
hole.
worked it
okay,
out.
Danny, stop telling us this.
Alright, well, you asked.
Yeah, and then we worked it out, saving you the unpleasant procedure of having to explain.
Shut
Okay,
up!
but
Shut up
okay.
about cock, Danny.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to finish this off. Though.
Shut cock
I
up.
want to explain how lions are gay, because that's a good example.
Okay.
Right. Lions spend
Is
a
this
lot...
going to involve any more hand gestures?
No,
Because
no.
I don't want to see
Lions spend a lot of their time lying around in the sun with other male lions.
that. Right.
The female lion, the
Yeah.
lioness, that does the hunting.
Yeah.
So if you think of a relationship between two lions,
Sounds like Italians.
well,
Or Mexicans.
if you think of a relationship between two lions,
Greeks.
can I talk?
If you
Is
must.
that this is my segment. I just want to talk. Like that's what I'm doing right now.
Alright, go ahead.
Cha-ching.
I've said the same thing 3 times and been interrupted by pretty much the same phrase.
Go on.
Let's do another segment.
Sorry.
One day, Kylie, my friend, was driving down the road, and she lives in Perth, and she saw there was a sticker on the car in front of her that said...
A sticker? No way!
That said on the sticker...
A sticker? No way!
Said on the sticker...
A sticker? Get out of town!
Said on the sticker, in the bum, no babies. And her 8-year-old son was sitting next to her, and he said, "What does that mean, Mama?" And she had to say, "I don't know. I don't know what that refers to." That's my story about, sodomy, really.
Mm.
Which, by the way, comes from the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we do a
This
Joe
is
What Do You
riveting.
Know about abortion?
We've done that.
Okay.
What was that?
What about if we do a Skinny with Danny about Lance Henriksen?
I've already done that.
Why don't I discuss hotmail.com?
Alright,
Yep.
we don't really have time for another segment. How about some chat?
Well, I was trying to start some chat, but I'm trying to fix my hair. but
Why aren't you playing any games? If you're not going to play Bioshock, I'll play Burnout.
Well, because I'm trying to engage in the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was trying to start some chat, but it didn't seem to go anywhere.
No. Do you think that Kylie's little son Max should be any more informed about homosexuality than he is with a mother choosing such tendencies?
I think it would just confuse him if the way he was introduced to those notions were via a discussion with his mother of the physical mechanics of sodomy.
I agree.
Yes. you were going to tell me something. There was a thing, and I said, "What's that, Joe?" And you said, "Save it for the show."
Oh, I remember that. What was it about?
It wasn't the bus, but you can tell me about that. So we can see you playing Game Boy.
No, just so you can see my whole face.
Yeah.
Can't see my whole face now.
I'll move back. Yeah,
Wish I could remember what it was.
what was it?
You directed a play recently, didn't you?
Directed?
No, produced.
Yeah, I produced a play recently. And,
That's all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
did you like it, Eddie?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I didn't. Produced it and did all the lighting and sound work and then played a role in it.
Yeah? How's that? How'd you come to be doing so much?
Oh, well.
Well, he didn't actually...
No,
What-
I
who
didn't-
would?
I
Who would
didn't-
sign on for so much?
No, yeah, I didn't intend that to happen. What happened was, you gotta push the big middle button. So you gotta hold the big middle button. Yeah. So, I didn't show up for the first casting session, or the second casting
You were
session.
producing the play and you didn't show up for the first casting session?
No, I mean, the casting
Well, why not?
happens. Oh, I don't know, I was sick or something. And, then,
So they just put whoever in it?
well, no,
They didn't ask you. They
No.
didn't run it by you.
Shut up! No.
See, isn't this frustrating?
No, it's not. It's what discussion is. Move on. Get on with it.
What I'm saying is that I wasn't even the producer at that point, and that it's the casting, and because I wasn't at the casting, they cast the play, and then I wasn't cast in the play.
Right.
So then they were like, "So Joe, how would you like to produce it?" And I said that would be fun, and then so I did that. And
Were they right? Was it fun?
Yeah, it
So
was
did
fun.
they drop the ball? Did they drop the ball and say, "How would you like to produce this play? But hang on, here's the kicker. We've already got a cast."
Yep, they did that.
Right. That's good.
Yep. So had the play, did all that stuff, did all the producing jobs.
Yeah.
Then on opening night,
Yeah.
the director came to me and said, "You're doing all the lighting and sound work, aren't you?" So I was a bit shocked with that. And,
Didn't they have anybody else to do the lighting and sound work?
no, because he was the assistant director and he was doing the lighting and sound for another play or something like that.
Right.
And
It all sounds a tad disorganised.
It
It
was
does.
a tad disorganised.
Sound a tad disorganised.
I did that and I was awesome.
Yeah.
And then the second night, two of the people didn't show up.
Yeah.
One had a funeral in Auckland,
Right.
and
a
one-
funeral
wanted to go to Christmas in the park.
in the park.
And then so they didn't show up.
Yeah.
And so I played one of the lead singing roles.
I didn't know you were a singer.
No, I'm not.
Right.
And there were, I think, 2 singing numbers and then also numbers talking and doing, like, movements.
Right.
And they're like, so they were like, "You're doing that, aren't you?" And then I said, "Yeah, right." And I did that, and it was difficult doing
I
it all.
imagine.
Yeah, it was difficult learning all of the blocking and things
So
like that just
yeah.
before.
You didn't do the lighting and sound at the same time as the singing.
No, that would have been a bit challenging.
Oh, you could just
No.
turn the
Long
lights up,
strings.
poke your head out the window, yell out some songs.
Yeah.
Now, to go back to when you were first appointed as a producer.
Yes.
If I was a producer, if I was given the role of a producer in a play that already had a cast, I'd want to have a look at that cast and possibly make a few more choices, omissions, changes, that kind of thing. Because a producer should really have
Yeah.
to oversee a
A
project
producer
from the
should,
beginning.
that's what I would think, have much of the creative control of the whole thing.
No, I wasn't there, and the director did a good job and picked the right people, so I didn't mind.
Right, well, that's lucky.
If I'm gonna
Nice.
if I'm gonna produce this thing, this should be my baby. Give me a look at it.
Yeah.
Give me a look at what you've got.
Yeah.
If my name's going to be above the playboard, on the top of the billboard, playboard, that kind of deal.
Which it isn't with the
Which
play,
it isn't,
but
no.
go on.
Well, I was also in charge of making the program, so I did put my name at the top.
Oh, good. So a Joseph McLeod production.
Of the play bill, that's what I was trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, this is getting quite long.
theatrical is different from cinematical, and it's not such a big emphasis on. It's a shame really that you weren't doing sort of an old time movie which would come up with Joseph J. McLeod
Yeah.
presents a Joseph J. McLeod production of a Joseph J. McLeod film. Leonardo Williams film of Joseph J. McLeod's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we've got to finish now. That was insightful.
That was the story of Joseph's.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
When we come back,
Yeah.
let's all be a bit happier.
Alright. See you soon. They didn't stop recording. I will now.